Give me just one day.
Fluent Chill, where the takes stay real. Chill town, hoop sports, fluent with the feel.
That's okay. You're missing. You're missing out by not being TikTok not allowing us to do both. I have a rant. We've got 20 topics. It's Fluent and Chill. Let's start quickly. There was a football game.
No.
On Sunday.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure.
Actually, there's a football half.
Yeah.
It's the first half. You know how many people ask me, "Are you enjoying this?" And I said, "I like defense." And so you don't know this. You don't know this. But from the sideline is an NFL, show that airs on Sports Fluent. And they were like, "Hey, do you have like 30 minutes on Sunday? Like between 1 and 2, we're just going to do an hour, make our predictions and whatever about the Super Bowl. Would you mind jumping on?" They call me boss. I'm not their boss, but because it's on Sports Fluent, you know. I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll absolutely jump on." So they were talking about the game, and they said, "What's your prediction?" And I said, "Well, let's break it down." And I gave them, and I said, "I'm going to give you 3 answers on my prediction." And they're like, "What?" And I said, "It'll make sense in a second." So, halfway through the season, and right up until except for that first half of that one game against the Packers in the playoffs, right after that game, I was like, this is perfect. It has been 40 years exactly.
To the day?
Okay. 40 years to the season.
Okay.
That the Bears beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, 46. That 85 Bears defense that everybody talks about.
Yes, sir.
And I said it would be beautiful on the 40th anniversary if the Bears would have gotten to the Super Bowl and played the Patriots, and I would have said then my prediction would have been Bears, and I would have been a happy dude. So that's the speech I wanted to give, but they didn't coordinate with me. So I said, then I've been talking to people and everybody was picking Seattle. I go, in fact, we were on Fluent and Chill on Tuesday and you picked Seattle. And I'm like, you know what? I was going to pick Seattle. And I said, you know what? Just to be a contrarian, I said, I'll pick the Patriots. And I said, I gave no reasons as to why. Hello in the chat. And I said, but I won't give any reasons because it wasn't actually my pick. So on Sunday, I said, so now I can give you my real pick. And they said, cool, tell us what you think. I said, the Seahawks defense is going to win this game. I said that Drake, May. Say it.
Drake, May.
Yes, him. Hasn't looked great against good defenses, which is the point of a good defense. But I don't think he's at that point here where he could overcome. If Patriots are going to win, he's the Super Bowl MVP and he's going to have a great game. But I said more realistically, that Seahawks defense has such a high ceiling that they're going to come out. And I said in the first half, they're going to dominate. And depending on how big of that lead is in the first half, this is where you can go watch the tape if you don't believe me. So depending on how big that lead is, Josh McDaniels and that offense of the Patriots will make adjustments and they'll score some points in the second half, but probably not enough.
Right.
To beat the Seahawks. Text from everybody from that show being like, "Oh my God, Fluent, you're right. Oh my God, Fluent, you're right." I was like, "Yeah, I was right."
Well, Tone, I wish I could give you a rebuttal to this, but I can, and the reason why I can is because I did not watch the bowl game, and the reason why I didn't watch the bowl game. So, as you know,
you didn't want to see Bad Bunny.
No, not only I did watch that though. I did watch the halftime show, and that guy's a showman, no doubt about that. But I didn't watch the bowl game. And you want to know why I didn't watch the bowl game, Tone? I'm going to give you a reason why I didn't watch the bowl game. In fact, I'm going to give you the ultimate reason why I didn't watch the bowl game. Yes. I want you to imagine, and this is my rant, Tone. I want you to imagine the Super Bowl being in Chicago, and the Green Bay Packers are in it, and they win the Super Bowl. Are you going to watch the Green Bay Packers win the Super Bowl on your field?
In Chicago?
In Chicago?
Hell no.
I'm absolutely not. And my hatred for the Seattle Seahawks is deep rooted.
Absolutely.
So it's bad enough we are out of the bowl game and they're in the bowl game. But now you're telling me that I got to watch them win the bowl game on our home field? Absolutely not. I won't do that. No, I will not do that. Hell no, I won't do that. I will watch the halftime show, though. Yes, I will watch the halftime show. I did catch a couple of highlights, right? I did catch a couple of highlights, and Drake May, he missed, as my nephew calls him, Drake May. He missed a couple of runs. He missed a couple of wide open guys, which, to be honest with you, I didn't really care. And the reason why I didn't care is because it was against Seattle. Even though I'm an NFC guy and I do want to see the NFC reign, I can't do it on our home field. I couldn't do it, Tone. Sorry. No way.
Okay. I did watch the game. You didn't miss much. It wasn't a great game, but if you like defense, it was good.
Yep.
Let's quickly talk about the halftime show, and then the rest of the show will be basketball, I promise.
Sure.
Okay, let me ask you a question first.
Sure.
You've known me a long time.
Yep.
You've met my family. You've met my wife. We've sat
Great
down
family.
and broken bread together.
Beautiful wife, beautiful family. Absolutely.
Am I racist?
You are not, in no sense.
I don't like Bad Bunny. I don't know any of his songs. I don't enjoy his music. That doesn't make me a bad person. I just don't like Bad Bunny.
Hey.
So me saying I didn't enjoy the halftime show because I don't like his music,
that doesn't make you a racist.
Yes,
that doesn't mean you don't like him.
his music. So I just want to put that out there. I didn't like it. I didn't like. Now I will say this: the whole time I was happening, I was like, "Oh, I like the setup. I like the set. It's visually appealing."
Yep.
I like that they brought out Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin. That was
What's
cool.
that Lady Gaga tone? I want to make sure that I wasn't bugging out. I thought it was somebody else.
No, it was Lady Gaga. It's because
It was her.
Brows. They makes people look weird when you shake up.
That was her. Okay.
It was her. For sure it was her. But I was just like, it has nothing to do with it being in Spanish. I love Spanish music.
Right.
I dance salsa. We used to go to a place called Babalou's in Yorkville for the people in Toronto all the time and dance salsa, merengue, bachata. Like we do it all.
Absolutely.
I just don't like Bad Bunny. It's just I'm allowed not to like Bad. Listen, you know how many people give me grief because I tell them I'm not a huge Marvin Gaye fan, and they're like, "What?" I go, "But I love Al Green."
Right.
I just think Al Green is significantly better than Marvin Gaye. That's just my opinion.
Right. So
you can argue. We can argue.
Am I racist because I don't like Elton John?
Yeah.
Am I racist for that?
Apparently, yes.
I don't particularly like it. I don't particularly like his music. That don't mean I don't like him. I mean, I don't really know the dude. Tone, you don't know Bad Bunny.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't say I don't like Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I don't like his music.
That's fine that you don't like his music because everybody has a preference.
Yeah.
The thing that I remember, the thing that I noticed more than anything about the Super Bowl, the halftime show.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Sade over Anita Baker, by the way. Sade or Anita? Sade. I love me some. Oh, Sade.
I can't give you Sade over Anita Baker. That is nuts to me. But anyway, and Sade is super dope. She actually still looks the way today like she did in 1995.
I was in the chat on YouTube.
Yeah, she actually still looks like that. Yeah. But even still, so Tone, the thing that I've noticed about the Super Bowl and things I've noticed about the halftime shows, is this about the show. It's not about actually who's performing and like the lyrics. It's about the show. And Tone, Bad Bunny puts on a show. He is the ultimate showman.
The dancers were great.
Oh my goodness.
That's
visual, what I enjoy.
That was amazing.
He puts on a show. Yes, he
I
does.
must say one thing though, for people who are like, it's the most watched one ever. It was 135. I go, whoa.
Easy, relax.
Hold on. By numbers, it might be.
Mm-hmm.
But I say, well, it was no Michael Jackson. And they go, what are you talking about? It had more viewers. I said, do the math, homie. There was 259 million people in the US. 51% of them, according to Nelson ratings, watched Michael Jackson, 133.4 million.
That's half the country.
There's now 300, that's 51%. There's now 350 whatever million, and this many, it was 133 million for Mike, 135 for Bad Bunny. It's about 31% or 37, 30 or 31%. So I said, so you went from 51% to 31%. Big numbers, but you got 100 million more people.
Yeah, you did.
So let's not go crazy. It's impressive. It's great. It's wonderful because everyone wants to make this political. And you know, you and I, we're not political. So yeah, that's
even though I do laugh at some of the stuff like the All American show. Like you guys are aware that Puerto Rico is in America, right? I just want to make sure that we clear about that.
It is a territory of America. Yeah. Like we need an American.
Like,
he is an American.
You know, I thought that was so funny when I heard that. I was like, you guys, no way are this idiotic. No, ain't no way. So yeah, Tone, I thought that he put on a great show. I'm not a huge Travis Scott fan. My brother turned me on to him, and I went on YouTube and I watched the Travis Scott show. He is fantastic. I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan, but I watched the Taylor Swift show. She is fantastic as a showwoman, right?
Yeah.
So when I watch Bad Bunny, to be honest with you, I don't really know much of his music. And in fact, that was the first time I ever heard any of his music. But I know one thing, he knows how to put on the damn show.
No show.
He knows how to put on a show, boy. I tell you that.
But let me tell you, I'm fortunate enough to have seen, and you're fortunate. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Prince. Yes. Like we've been spoiled.
Rotten.
We've been spoiled.
Rotten, by the way. Absolutely, we have.
So, that's
absolutely.
There's only one other Super Bowl thing I want to say, and you know how I feel about money.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
But lost money.
Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl, but lost money due to the jock tax.
Yeah. So for those, I want to make sure that Tone, you can explain this better than me. I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what it is. So when I'm the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. When we go play in Santa Clara for the Super Bowl, I got to pay a tax for playing there in that city.
Kind of. So the way jock tax works is they take your yearly salary.
Sure.
And for every day that you are working in a different state, you are taxed for those days. You're not taxed in your own state, right? It'll change. You're taxed in that state by their state taxes.
Sure.
So when they say the Super Bowl, he made $178,000 winning the Super Bowl. That's what everybody gets paid. But he paid out $298,000 in taxes. Everybody is like thinking he paid $298,000 on $178,000 he made. No, that's why where the rant comes in. So he paid that much, $298 million, whatever it was in taxes, based on a few factors. So the Super Bowl is considered, I think, 6 days of work, so on-duty work, so 6 days. But don't forget, he also played against the Los Angeles Rams in LA. So that now every game during the season counts as one working day.
Yep.
So he worked, I think, a total of 8 days in California. And for those 8 days, they take his, I believe, he has a $100 million contract. I think he makes $35 million a year. So they take the $35 million. They say, okay, it's X amount of working days. And they divide that up and they say, okay, so that's 14% of his, I don't know if it was 14%, but let's say 4%.
Sure.
4% of his season he spent working in California. So for those, that 4%, they take 4% of his salary and they just think about that. The taxation on 4% of your salary is
a lot of money, yo.
That just means he's making an obscene amount of money, right?
That's a lot of money.
So that's the tax that he pays in California. And everyone feels so bad for him. Oh my God, because people are equating the 298 to the 178. They're not saying he paid $300,000 in taxes, but he made $35 million.
Right.
Which now doesn't seem like that's basically, if you think about $35 million, make it $350,000. That like means 1%. He pays $29,000 in taxes on $35,000. On $350,000.
Yeah.
Like when you bring it down to numbers that's people can relate to, it's not that much, right?
Yeah,
$35,000. He paid $2,900 in taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's why I say I'm not going to feel bad for him. One, every single athlete has to go through it, and they make tens of millions of dollars, so I'm not that upset.
Yep.
But two, where does he play?
In Seattle.
Right. What's the state tax in Seattle?
I don't think it. Well, wait a minute. Do they have a state tax in Washington?
Zero, my friend. Yeah, zero. So for at 50% of his games, he gets taxed zero. Oh, by the way, he also played a game in Jacksonville this year, Florida. State tax zero. Yep. So I'm not really feeling bad that he played a few games in California and had to pay the highest tax rate for a couple of days when he's got 10 times as many where he didn't pay any.
Right. So you figure, like you just said,
I'm not crying for Sam Darnold's paycheck.
If we had 17 games this season, of the 17 games, so 9 of them, were in places where I didn't get taxed. So that's more than half the season.
Yeah.
Right. That's more than half the season. So, exactly. And on top of that, the $190,000 that I'm going to make, the $190,000 that I had to pay in taxes, because we won bowl game and I was in California and I'm going to the I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to make that money back because I'm going to end up getting some endorsements. And because I'm going to end up getting some endorsement, I'm going to get that money right back. That 190,000, and I can write it, and I can write it off. I can appreciate that.
Saying, like this type of thing, right? Is where they make a story, just to make a story because they want to talk about something, but in reality, it really isn't nothing. It's not a story. It's not a story. So you can feel bad for Sam Darnold because the way that they spin it, he made 178 because that's what every player gets paid when you on the winning team. Made 170 and paid 298. Oh my God! Be smarter. Be more fluent. Look at the rest. So that's my one rant. I feel like I got a bunch of other rants. But, do you want to start with the all-star stuff, or do you want to start with the other stuff? Because our headline happens to be something actually that's really important.
Which is let's start with that. Okay. Let's start with our headline. Yeah, let's do that.
This week, maybe it happened a few weeks ago, but this week it was brought more to light that Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks, who did not get traded, by the way. Hope you guys watched Bleacher Report and saw Fluent and Chill kick off the NBA mega stream, the NBA trade deadline mega stream. It was a lot of fun to do. He is now a shareholder. For those that don't know, that's like a part owner in a gambling site. I won't say the name right. Kalashi. Do you know what that one is? I don't know that one.
I don't love it, Tone. I don't like where this is going. I really don't.
LeBron James is a partner, spokesperson, affiliate, paid by. What's the other one? FanDuel.
FanDuel.
So let's be very, 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 very clear. Players will get suspended for long periods. Pete Rose forever into his death.
Destroyed his Hall of Fame. Destroyed his Hall of Fame nominations.
What's Michael Porter Jr.'s brother's name?
I don't remember his
other
name.
Porter. Okay, the other Porter.
Yeah.
Suspended. Basically, his NBA career.
He was banned. He was banned for life.
Okay. Yeah, his NBA career is done for gambling.
Yep.
Because listen, what he did was wrong. He was effectively telling people bet the under because I'm going to have a knee contusion.
He was on the take. He 100% was on the take. There was no misunderstanding about this, though. He was on the take.
So we think a good thing is for people to be getting paid now by these gambling sites.
Yeah, actually, what you're doing is you're compounding the whole thing. That's exactly what you're doing. So there's no reason for me to think that there's any integrity in this when you are in on it. So you're telling me that I'm going to be a part owner, but I'm not going to touch any of this. What's the difference between that, right? What's the difference between that? Like I told you, Tone, you flood the streets with drugs, and now you bugged out that you got a bunch of people on crack, including the people in the neighborhood. So you flood you flood the NBA with gambling sites. Now you got players, right? Now you got players who are invested in these gambling sites. Are you telling me that nobody's going to be involved in this? Are you telling me that none of these guys are going to be on the take at any point? 100% they are. There's no reason for me to think that. And the reason why is because it doesn't trace back to them. What this is now, Tone, is you're the money man. So if you think about I'll give you a great example. In drugs, all you doing, your hands never touch the package, ever. All you do is you see the money back when you invest money in it. Like Giannis has invested money in, and he's a part owner of this gambling site. So he never sees any, he never touches any of the gambling stuff. None of it. But with him never touching any of the gambling stuff, he still sees the bread that comes from it. So I don't ever have to get my hands dirty. I don't have to worry about anybody asking me, are you in on this? Are you in on the take? Well, directly, I'm not. Indirectly, yes, I am, because I'm seeing the proceeds from this. Yes, I'm 100% doing that. So
do you know who this is?
Hey, you know what? I've got this water.
You know Kanye. Kanye said it best. How am I gonna stay faithful in a room full of hoes?
You're not.
You're literally putting them in to a situation where they are going to make millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, how can you trust that they're just gonna be like, hey, yo, you've never scored under 20 in like 10 years? I don't know. I'm gonna pick on him because he's easy to pick on.
LeBron James.
Why don't you drop 19 to why don't you drop 19 tonight? All right. It's too risky.
And it doesn't come back. And it doesn't come back to me, by the way. Like the 19 that I scored, like it doesn't. Like some people might be like, "Oh, what's going on here?"
I had 19 really in the first half, and my sciatica flared up. I'm out.
Is he really on the take? It's just bad business in the sense of there's other ways to make money, Tone. There's other ways to be a productive businessman, and that's not one of them.
He's a billionaire.
There's other ways to make money.
Giannis, let's be honest, will be a billionaire.
I think Giannis is going to make a significant amount of money, but there's other ways to make money, and that's not it. Because that's going to come back to bite you.
Because LeBron is with DraftKings, Kevin Durant is with FanDuel. Okay, thank you for the correction. I appreciate that. But that's so if you don't stop these guys, what's to stop Podzinski? What's to stop Grayson Allen? What's this, right? Like these smaller guys, these lesser paid athletes, right? Like pick the bench guy.
Yep.
Now just joins them, and now it's legit.
Tone, let me play devil's.
We're paying them like this. Oh, okay,
let me play devil's advocate though, Tone. To your point, if I'm investing in a betting company and I'm going to make money, a substantial amount of money, because now all you've done is you've just chopped down the Berlin Wall. So the stuff that we were doing behind the wall, now we could do it out in the open. What's the difference between that and me peddling beer? Which, by the way, drunk drivers kill more.
Yeah. Okay.
Drunk drivers kill more people than I can remember. But in addition to that, underage drinking is something that's prominent in this country. So and what I'm doing is I'm promoting that because I am in Budweiser commercials. I am in Michelob commercials. I'm in Heineken commercials. So what's the difference? Because it's still detrimental. That's what I'm ultimately peddling.
It's detrimental, but beer isn't directly tied to your basketball play. Gambling is. So we're not betting on, there's no correlation other than hey, drink beer. Okay, so yes, drunk drivers kill people 100%. But beer is legal. You can drink beer. It's just like saying
gambling, Tone. Gambling is legal too.
But I am not affecting the outcome of beer. I can affect the outcome of a basketball game. As an active player, if I am working for FanDuel and FanDuel says the over-under on LeBron scoring 10 points is whatever, he can affect the outcome of that.
Right. Now, with that being said, I can also affect the outcome of a game by having a beer, by having one too many beers.
But you're not betting the beer.
Well, you're not betting on the beer, but the bet isn't the beer. The beer is the bet. Because if I end up drinking one too many, which we've actually heard stories of guys being drunk coming to games. We've actually heard guys, which it does affect their performance, and their over-under isn't that good. And we actually heard about these guys having problems in terms of alcohol. I say all of that to say, Tone, that there's other ways to make money. There's other,
but they all have a liquor brand too. They all do vodka and brandy.
Yeah, there's other ways to make money, man.
You have tequilas, but your beer reference. The difference is though, we're not betting. Like if we were betting on how many beers LeBron's going to drink, then yes,
Tony's come to games with a glass of wine.
Cool,
that's happened before.
Good for him, but he can't affect the masses. We're not. Yeah. There's nothing. So it's a slippery slope. Is all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything about Giannis or LeBron or Kevin Durant or anybody who's partnering. Listen, they're getting theirs fine, but I'm just saying it's a slippery slope because whether you believe or not that those three might not do it, it opens the door for others to get into bed with the gambling sites. And I'm just saying it's a slippery slope. That's all I'm saying.
It could be bad news. It could be really bad news. And I just think it's other ways to make money, Tone. I've always felt like that. It's other ways to make money.
Little rapid fire.
Yep.
We're gonna stay on LeBron James.
What is this?
LeBron is ineligible. He's about to miss one more game. and he will be ineligible for any awards, which means he will not make this year's All-NBA team, which will end a 21-year streak of LeBron making All-NBA teams. Now, that being said, had this rule been in place, this would have been the third time that he didn't play and make an All-NBA team, but it's a new rule, so we can't hold that against him.
Sure.
But yeah, so thoughts on LeBron not making, I guess, the first time since I don't know how long.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Tone, because if he retired this season, if he retired at the end of the season, he will have missed the All-Pro team his first and his last year in the league. Those are the only 2 times that he didn't make the All-Pro team. Those 2 times. Now, I am an advocate of being available, but I've been so used to seeing him on the All-Pro team and him playing at an All-Pro level that him still being in the league and not being an All-Pro is going to be weird to me. It is. It's going to look weird that he's not on the All-Pro team. And I understand.
Do you agree not playing that many games, he shouldn't be eligible? Or anybody, not just him.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually in favor of there has to be some stipulations, Tone, because you and me had this conversation about Scottie Pippen in 1998. He barely played half the season.
You're not all defense.
He barely played half the season. He was an all-league defender. I'm like, wait a minute. You barely played half the season. You telling me?
I don't even want guys who are bench players who play less than 30 minutes a game being all defensive team or all NBA players.
Like Alex Caruso. Yeah,
like Alex Caruso. Listen, I'm not taking away from how good of a defender he is, but I said this to you about my own Laker guy, Michael Cooper.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're coming off the bench playing, 22, 26, 28 minutes, whatever. Yeah, it's easier to be a good defender when you don't have to do anything offensively and you only have to play half the game.
Now, I can be the devil's advocate and I can go,
I get the other side of it, but I'm saying I'm fair with this argument. It's not just because of a player. I'm telling you my own team and a player that I love, and Michael Cooper. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I just think it's different. I think it's difficult, Tone, now, considering how good he still is and the fact that he's not going to make the All-Pro team. There are some people who may use the logic. Well, he's washed, but if this rule wasn't in place, he probably would make the All-Pro team. Considering
he'd 100% make it. Yeah, he'd 100%.
If this rule wasn't in place, or if he did play the necessary 65 games, he would make the All-Pro team. Even if there were guys who had great seasons, he would make it. Now, I'm not an advocate of guys being put on a team, being grandfathered in. I'm not trying to hear that, because what you're doing now is I think you're downplaying the integrity of the game, which guys being better than you at this point, it'd be like putting Jordan on the All-Pro team in 2002 when we know for a fact that he wasn't an All-Pro that year. But because it's him, we're going to put him on the team. No, I don't want to do that with James. Absolutely not. No. So this is going to be weird for him. This is going to be weird for me not seeing him on the All-Pro team. And it's just the beginning, not the beginning. I just feel like we're in the stages of wrapping this thing up, Tone. I don't think we're gonna see James much longer, to be honest with you.
Listen, if we're gonna talk about James, I'll quickly say I think next year he plays in Cleveland, and that's his and he's gonna,
that's his swan song.
He's gonna tell everybody this is my last season. And I think he plays it in Cleveland. I think they've set up for him to play in Cleveland.
Go back home and play in Cleveland for that last season and then retire there. Wow.
Yeah. Because even if the stories about him and Jeannie aren't true, it's put out there for I don't think there's a coincidence. I never believe in coincidence. I think it's put out there to say there's a little, chink in the armor, to say kink in the armor, whatever the hell the term is, to say, hey, let's this will give him an excuse to kind of go back to Cleveland where he probably should have been all along.
You and I have had this conversation. I think the Lakers are out of the James business. I think that the only reason why he's still there is because he's under contract. I think that if he's got a no trade clause.
They couldn't move him.
Yeah, they could.
They've got their superstar of the future.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think they added the James business. I think after the season is done, I'd be surprised if he came back there, because I think that they're ready to move on from him. I mean, after 8 years, I think they're ready to move on from him.
They have been lucky and unlucky. Obviously, it's the Lakers, so they've been more lucky than unlucky. But if you think about it, right, they have West and Baylor and Wilt, and there's a lull, and then they transition into Kareem, and Magic and Kareem, and then Magic. Magic kind of screws it up a little bit because obviously of what happened there. That's why I say unlucky. Where Magic would have transitioned into Shaq and Kobe perfectly.
Yes.
If he doesn't contract HIV, look at the time frame, right? Like it would have been a perfect transition. And then Shaq and Kobe turns into Kobe. Then I think they realized when Kobe was not Kobe and they were just losing games, end of Kobe's career, and then when he's gone, there's 13, this lull. 14, I think they're 15, like, in LA, we can't have that. So they were like, let's be smart this time. And they figured out a way to, hey, we got LeBron. Oh, now we get Luka. Now we can transition out of LeBron. Now we have the 10 more Luka years. And then, I think in 8 years, 7 years, you're going to see who's going to be the transitional person to take over.
That was probably the first time that I remember the Lakers being bad for a long time.
Yeah,
like that. They in my lifetime they were never that bad. Even in the 90s, like they still in 94. I mean, they didn't make the playoffs in 93. I mean, they did make the playoffs in 93. They lost to Phoenix. In 94, they missed. In 95, they made the playoffs. 96, 97, they make the playoffs because they get Shaq. And in 98, they back in the Western Conference Championship. When Bryant,
that team, if Magic doesn't have to go away because of HIV, that team was actually, if you think about it, Vlade and Eldon Campbell, and
they get back to the finals.
Yeah,
at some point, at minimum.
People disrespect that team. Was a good supporting cast. They needed the one guy.
I've been said this to you, Tone, that if he comes back, if he doesn't announce that he's HIV positive, if from 1991 to 1995, I get 4 more years of him. At minimum, they're getting back to the finals at least one time.
At least one.
At least one time they're getting back to the finals. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be different with James. To be honest with you, Tone, I'm in disagreement with you. Why am I moving back to Cleveland? I mean, I'm set up here, Tone. I've been here for 8 years. I wouldn't be surprised if he quit after the season, Tone. I would not be. I wouldn't be surprised if he wrapped it up and said, "I'm out."
I think he feels, right or wrong, I think he feels indebted to the city.
I already did that though, Tone. I already came back.
But he left again. And I think he's like,
I did what I said I was going to do though.
100, but he also said he wasn't never going to leave again. And he lasted 4 years and he left. So I think he's the type of guy who's aware of his basketball greatness, but also aware of his legacy. Yeah. And for him to say, hey, I'm going to give you, I want to, not I'm going to give you so much as I want to play my last and final season and say goodbye to the city of Cleveland the right way. So, I'm leaving. There's no decision. There's no free agency. This is my last year and I want it to be with you guys and share in the city. And he's going to do it. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful because then I tell you, he transitions into what we're about to talk about next. The owner of the Las Vegas whatevers, the Las Vegas LeBrons. You know what? They should actually remove the team name Kings from Sacramento because they don't earn it. They should be like the Jesters. And they should call the Las Vegas the Kings with LeBron as the part owner. That would make more sense. So rumor has it, we're talking expansion, 2 teams. It's coming soon. And I think we all agree it's Vegas and Seattle. Am I wrong?
Well, I've heard then there's speculation that there's a number of other cities on the table. There's Vancouver.
Lies.
I think it is. There's Vancouver. There's Kansas City. In addition to Seattle and Las Vegas,
Vancouver can drive an hour and a half, whatever it is.
It's right down the road. To be honest with you, Tone. Yes, it's right down the road. And on top of that, we've seen that movie in Vancouver with you guys. Seattle, on the other hand,
I don't think Vancouver was ready. If I'm being fair, I think what they did by putting a team in Toronto and Vancouver at the same time was a kind of disservice. They should have brought Toronto in, allowed Canadians to get acclimated to NBA, right? They play a game there or two, you see the fan interest, and then bring in a team. I think bringing them both really hard for an expansion team. So when you're back, and there was a team in Seattle at the time,
right? Which
also, again, that proximity made it really hard for them.
Vancouver isn't that far from Seattle, but when I think about what happened in Seattle, which their team got stolen, let's make sure we're clear on that, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't like they just moved. No, their team got stolen, and in the process of their team getting stolen, they went down to Oklahoma City and they had to watch them get into the Western Conference Championship. Yeah. Seattle is the only city
1 year of AD, and then they leave. Like
unbelievable. Seattle is the only city in the last almost 50 years, Tone. Like we're coming up on 50 years. They're the only city to have an NBA champion and not have that team still in their city. Nobody else can say that. Every other champion in the last 50 years still has their team. Seattle doesn't. Seattle is the only city. So before we even talk expansion, there are basketball cities. I think Chicago is a basketball city. New York, Washington, Boston, like these are Los Angeles. To some extent, is a basketball city. They're Los Angeles is enriched in basketball. Seattle is a basketball city, man. That and to not have their team back there is I think it's an indictment on the NBA. The fact that these guys stole a team and never actually gave them an opportunity to have a team back. So Tone, we're coming up on 20 years since they left. That was in 2008.
Yeah, and listen, when the Cleveland Browns got up and left in the middle of the night and drove down the road to Baltimore, they got a team a couple years later, but still had to watch Baltimore go to win a Super Bowl. But that they made it right, and that's why I told you I think there's this is my moving pieces. I know this is try to bear with me for a second. So Seattle gets a team.
Yep.
I think that's a given. I think we all agree. If Seattle doesn't get a team, there might be riots in the streets. Let's be honest.
I don't even
Dallas. I'm telling you right now, I heard a report. I heard a rumor that Mark Cuban is put together a group to try and buy back the Mavericks. I don't think that's going to happen. What I think is they're going to move to Vegas because they own the Sands Casino and they want a big casino arena.
Mavs also are moving to Vegas, though?
Mavs moved to Vegas with their co-owner or face of the franchise, LeBron. And Mark Cuban and team get the new Dallas franchise. I think that's how it's going to work. Because that gets you, by the way, so you know, all the other team owners will love it. Because what it gets you is instead of two new NBA franchises paying a fee, you're going to get the two fees and they're going to charge Dallas to move maybe half of what it would cost. And all that money gets spread out among all the other owners.
So we really don't. So I want to make sure I'm following you, Tone. So we're really not getting a new team in Vegas. We just getting a team to move.
You're getting Cooper Flag.
Okay, which is why Mark Cuban is actually trying to buy back the Dallas Mavericks because he's not interested in them building a completely new team again. No, he sees what's going on in Dallas with Cooper Flag. I'm not trying to hear those guys going to Vegas with everything that I have here with these guys, which, to be honest with you, I don't think that they're buying back. I don't think that they're going to allow him to buy back. And you already sold your stake, so we're good on that. Give him a new one. But the reason why the reason why he's buying back in is because he sees the future, and the future is Cooper Flag, and we can build around this. And what I'm not going to do, Dallas, is I'm not going to allow you guys to trade Cooper Flag like Luka got traded. That's not going to happen with him. No, this is going to be your son, like Dirk was your hometown son, just like he played 19 years here. Cooper Flag is going to be here for that long, and I'm not going to allow him to go out like Luka did. No, that's why Mark Cuban wants back in.
All right. More news. How come every time the Pistons are good, they get into a big scrap and one of their players gets suspended, and in this case it's Isaiah Stewart, so I don't know if it still might affect their championship chances.
Did we have fisticuffs yesterday, Tone? Is that what we had?
We got a good old fashioned NBA brawl last night, and I ain't mad at it. Listen, I like a player like Isaiah Stewart who runs, to protect a teammate. Although in this day and age, you can't do it, and that's why he got suspended 25 games.
I'm gonna call it what it is, Tone. Isaiah Stewart is a whack job. Okay, he is not. He should not be around civilized people. No, he should not. To see him charge off the bench
on your team.
Oh my goodness!
You don't want him on the other team.
He is a menace to society.
I want him on my team or no team.
Oh my goodness, he is a menace to society. Did you see him charge off the bench and go after 100%? It was go time. It was go time with him. Absolutely. The downside to this fight that everybody's talking about, Tone, we had a really good ball game yesterday.
I know.
We had a really good ball game yesterday.
How great, because Charlotte has been playing amazing. What are they, like 12-3 or whatever?
9 in a row.
And 9 in a row. And Detroit's moved up. I think they have the same amount of wins or the same amount of losses as OKC. They're in first in the East. And they beat a good streaking team, right? It's not like Charlotte it's a mark it up as a win in your calendar. Like over the last couple of weeks, that's a game. With your boy Con Knipple, LaMelo's playing like LaMelo. Like, it's a good team right now.
So what I saw yesterday, Tone, was I saw a bunch of young guys stand up to a better team but play their brand of basketball while doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game had ended up getting out of control, and I'll get to the officials in a minute because you know how I feel about stuff like this when it comes to officiating. I'm not going to get your blood pressure up, Tone. I'm not. But with that being said, we had a good brand of basketball. The Charlotte Hornets were cracking the long ball. This kid James making wide open shots. This kid Con Knipple. I'm watching Detroit overrun plays. I'm watching them overrun closeouts with Con Knipple head fake, one dribble and knocking down the long ball, even 1 or 2 dribble pull-ups. That looked fantastic. This kid Musa, before him and Jalen Duren got into it, we had a battle going on in the paint, right, where these guys were in the paint, grabbing rebounds, getting one possessions, and stopping these guys with one possession and rebounding the basketball. I thought that there was some really good guard play from Detroit. Cade Cunningham, for all of you guys that tell me that Cade Cunningham, because we had a conversation about this just yesterday. Is there a gap between Cade Cunningham and LaMelo Ball? Yes, there is. And yesterday's game is not an indicator of that, but me watching yesterday, I saw Cade Cunningham. If I'm watching the black team and I'm watching the teal team for the first time, the guy on the black team, Tone, more decisive with the ball, more decisive with the ball, better bucket getter, better ball handler, better screen navigator. In addition to being a better screen navigator, hold on for a second because
what is this?
I don't know what the hell this is.
No, decline it.
I just did. So anyway, better screen navigator. I thought that he was better screen navigator. I thought that he was much better on defense, didn't exert a lot of energy when it wasn't necessary. What I mean when I say that is if you're coming off a screen, I can get around that screen, but I don't have to crowd you 35, 40 feet away from the basket. I didn't like the fact that LaMelo Ball allowed Jenkins to just stay in front of him. Tone, we get wrapped up a lot of times in guys coming and setting screens. Tone, what happened to breaking the guy down off the dribble? I mean, I live in a league where guys are more skilled, guys are more athletic. You tell them you can't get by a guy, you got to keep calling the big guy over to come set a screen. You got to keep calling the big guy over to come set a screen to get this guy off you. You can't just take a guy off the dribble, get him off you. I'm watching LaMelo Ball bring the ball up the floor, Tone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times between his legs, and he's not going anywhere, by the way. Meanwhile, Cade Cunningham, he throws the ball between his legs one time, bumps Miles Bridges to get him off of him, and he's getting the ball up the floor. He's more decisive, more efficient with what he was doing. Better defender, better distributor. I loved the fact that he was getting to spots when he was able to score. I enjoyed that. But all of that got taken away because we had fisticuffs yesterday. You know why we had fisticuffs yesterday, Tone? We had fisticuffs because these officials did not get control of their game. There's a saying, Tone, get control of your game. Musa and Jalen Duren, that did not just start when you saw Jalen Duren put his hands on him. No, that was going on previous to that. And then Jalen Duren, I want to say earlier in the game, Jalen Duren ends up getting wrapped up by Musa.
Yeah.
Jalen Duren goes to the official and tells him, yo, he's grabbing me. He's holding on to me. Tone, that's my warning as an official.
Because they don't teach them how to do that as they're coming up the ranks. I see it in youth basketball all the time where I'm talking to the ref saying, hey, you're letting this get out of hand. There's only so much a player can take, even if it's my own team, which my team doesn't play that way, but it's going to get out of hand. And when you let it happen,
it's too late.
It's too late. By the time you realize what's going on, it's too late. And then you get situations where, it got out of hand. And
now, with that being said,
it didn't have to. It didn't have to. Which is why in the next year or two, I am retiring from coaching and I'm moving. I'm in process right now of actually getting my reffing certificate, and I will be moving to the ranks of ref because I've seen enough refs. Hopefully, too many don't watch this show, and because I got playoffs coming up soon.
Really quickly before we move on, Tone, what kind of suspensions are we looking at? Now, remember,
I think Isaiah Stewart got 25 games.
No.
Is that not what I heard that's what he got.
I haven't heard anything about him getting suspended. No, I did not. I haven't heard him.
Was I given misinformation?
Yes, you were given misinformation. I haven't heard anything about him getting suspended. That
because he left the bench, which is an automatic.
Now remember, Tone, because I talked to the fellas today. We had this conversation. I ended up running down.
This is breaking news. Detroit Pistons forward Isaiah Thomas has been suspended for 1 game.
Isaiah
Stewart, different Piston. Isaiah Stewart has been suspended for 1 game. After shoving Thomas Bryant to the floor and fined $50,000. But I don't think that's for this, is it?
No, that's not. Thomas Bryant plays for Cleveland. That's something completely different.
Oh, that's a different 10 hours ago. Yes. Damn, this guy's getting suspended for a bunch of stuff. All right, so man, I could have sworn I saw the 25 games somewhere, but maybe I got
he could face.
Maybe I got Sintelled.
Yeah, he could face something like that. But with that being said, Tony, really quickly, I'll run it down for you. So in 2021, he had the issue with James. I don't know if you remember that when they were in Detroit, when he got bowled in it, when he got James accidentally elbowed him, and they ended up in the fight in Detroit. Then he got the flagrant 2 foul. I believe it was in Denver. He got tossed. And let's see, he got the flagrant 2 foul. Then he got into another fight in 25. 2 months later, 2 months later, he got into a fight. And now we're here. But right before that, he had something else. So we got 4 different incidents with this guy where he's getting tossed.
3 strikes and he's out.
I'm not going to say the 3 strikes and he's out, but
he got the rest of the season.
Here's the thing. The reason why that's not going to happen, Tone, is because we got a union. And unions don't allow stuff like that. They're not trying to hear that at all.
There you go. So let's quickly do, because we're gonna do you want to do the all-star stuff or
yes.
Questions? Okay, you want to do the all-star stuff? Okay,
yes, sir.
TikTok, you're getting bonus minutes. You know why? Because you got me up to so many likes. So keep those parts and stuff coming. I do like it. I feel loved. I get a lot of hate, so it's for all the death threats I get, but there's a lot of good questions that I'm going to try to get to on TikTok before we say goodbye to you guys. Let's start with the most ridiculous all-star thing, I believe. It starts with the 3-point shootout.
I'm gonna lead this to Tone because I'm all ears to hear this.
Okay, this is my jam. So we've got Norman Powell, Bobby Portis Jr., Jamal Murray, Donovan Mitchell, Therese Maxey, Devin Booker, Con Knipple.
You're missing somebody, Tone. There's somebody that you missed.
Well, I'm saying I'm okay with all of those guys. How the hell is Damian Lillard in it? He hasn't played 1 second.
Not 1 minute.
Not 1 minute. He hasn't played 1 second in this season.
Not 1 second of the season. Nope. And I could get.
How do you have someone who hasn't played 1 second of the season go home? Stay home. If you're hurt, be hurt.
Tone, the last thing that I want.
I've shot more threes at an NBA court, I think, than he has this year.
Jeez.
Did I wake you up? My apologies.
No, I just have a question.
You have a question? What's your question?
How is Bobby Portis in it?
Bobby Portis? Okay, he plays.
No,
Bobby Portis is a good 3-point shooter, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's a good 3-point shooter.
It's like having Antoine Walker in a 3-point contest.
He hit more threes this year than Dame.
Oh yeah, he didn't play.
There you go.
Can you give me a good explanation why Damian Lillard is in the 3-point contest?
Is it me or is it nephew?
I'm talking to you.
I'm sorry. So sure. Damian Lillard is in the 3-point contest because it's Damian Lillard, and he's one of the best shooters in NBA history. He is on. He is. Now wait a minute.
He's sitting there in the booth, anyways.
This isn't Mac McClung or anybody like that. I'm on an active NBA roster. I am. I'm not currently playing, but I am on an NBA roster currently today. I am on somebody's books. I travel with the team. I get paid. I am in practice.
Does he travel with the team?
He does travel with the team.
You know this for a fact?
I've seen him at games on the road.
What's hurt?
He has an Achilles injury. He's recovering from an Achilles injury.
An Achilles. So I'm going to shoot a 3 and pop my Achilles some more.
I really don't want to see that, Tone, to be quite honest with you.
He's going to go for one of the 4-pointers where you have to get a little extra oomph in it, and then he's going to go down like a sack of potatoes.
Now remember,
his career is over.
Now
you know what? Good.
Now remember too, Tone. What are we in? February? So Dame has been out. He got hurt in the playoffs last year. So we're looking at 10 months since he's done anything, right? In terms of basketball. He's not in 5-on-5
weekend.
Yeah, he's not in 5-on-5. So I mean, we're talking about a stationary shooting the long ball. I mean, you know you're the long ball shooter up here. I'm not the long ball shooter. I play in the mid range. I can shoot the long ball, but I play in the mid range. You're the long ball shooter.
I tore my Achilles. You can't shoot threes with a torn Achilles.
You cannot do that. Oh my god.
Yeah. He doesn't listen to my stories.
No,
Fluent Chill just said, "You did?"
Yes.
Like, yeah. Why do you think I had to stop playing, bro?
Yeah, he did, yo.
Oh yeah. So I can't. All right. Do you want to pick? No, I'm not even picking a winner. So that's number one.
Mhm.
Number two. Here are the teams, kind of, for the All-Star game. So the stars is Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade, Duran, Anthony Edwards, Chet, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey. They're all there. They're all healthy. Striped is Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson. Steph Curry is now being replaced by Brendan Ingram, who I think actually they should put on the world team since he plays for a team in Canada. So Steph is being replaced by. Well, I'm just listen. If you're gonna have Cat, who's from Jersey, playing on World, why not a guy who plays in a different country? So Steph has been replaced by Brandon Ingram, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, who was a late addition to make this team of 8, Donovan Mitchell, Norman Powell, and then World is Giannis, Denny, Avijay, Luka Doncic, SGA, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Pascal Siakam, and the foreign country of New Jersey, Karl Anthony Towns.
And Giannis is.
SGA has been replaced by Şengün.
So we still got we got to replace somebody else because Giannis ain't playing either.
Giannis ain't playing either. Yeah,
right. So we still got to replace. We have to replace Giannis.
I would have put. I don't know if they love him or hate him there right now, but prior to the trade, I would have put James Harden in for Steph, and then Embiid for Giannis, but
Embiid's not going to play.
I was well, I know, yeah, Embiid's not going to play either. So, Franz Wagner,
has he played enough?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's played enough. How about same logic with Austin Reeves? I mean, has Austin Reeves played enough? I actually had Julius Randle.
Austin Reeves got enough votes that he should be in because this is a fan thing.
I had Brandon Ingram and Julius Randle before all of this stuff actually happened. I had both of those guys.
You need another World though.
Yeah, I need another World guy. And would that be Dylan Brooks? Because Dylan Brooks is Canadian.
I would love to see Dylan Brooks guarding LeBron in an All-Star game.
Dylan Brooks is Canadian, so I mean,
wouldn't you want to see Dylan Brooks guarding LeBron James in an All-Star game?
Yes.
And yapping at him? Yes.
Wait, is Shea actually injured?
Yeah, Shea. Well, I don't know if
yes.
He's not like nothing too bad, but yes,
he is.
He is injured.
Yes.
All right, so that's the All-Star game. Do you want to pick a winner? Or no?
No, because to be honest with you, Tony, I was with the World game. I was with the World team, but losing Giannis, I mean, I still think that they got a chance, but I like the American team. I do. I like
which one? Stars or Stripes?
Stars.
Stars. So Barnes, Booker, Cunningham, Duran, Edwards, Chet, Jalen Johnson, and Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, that's
the other one. No, the other one. Stripes.
Stripes. So Brown, Brunson, Ingram now. Durant, James. Oh, that's because it's got James and Kawhi Leonard on it.
That's the group I like.
There's no Wemby?
There's no Wemby. No. Yeah, where's Wemby?
They'll probably replace him for Giannis.
Maybe Wemby can take over.
Wemby is on the team. He's starting on the team.
Well, I don't see him. Did I miss him?
Wemby actually he was a starter. Yes.
No, he's not on the list.
Why isn't he on the list? Wemby, when we had the All-Star team, he's
not on the list.
He got voted as a starter.
He's not on the list.
That's interesting. Why isn't he on the list?
Can you go look it up and get back to us?
Yeah.
You're my new raving reporter. You're a man on the mission. All right. So I'm going to spend 30 seconds on this because I want to say one word. Oh,
Jace Richardson. Are you trying to uphold, Dad's legacy, Jace? Is that what you're doing?
Well, the slam dunk contest will feature Carter Bryant of the Spurs, Jackson Hayes, oh my God, of the Lakers, Kashad Johnson of the Heat, and Jace Richardson of the Magic.
Now, this kid, Kashad Johnson,
the worst dunk-off ever and or the last dunk-off for a few years.
Well, this kid, Kashad Johnson, he's a high flyer, Tone. I remember watching him in the summer league with the Miami Heat. So he is a high flyer. And he doesn't really play much with the Miami Heat, but he definitely is a high flyer. Jace we only doing this because of who his dad is, to be honest with you. And I think that we're trying to.
Well, Jason, he won it, right? Hold on. Yes, tell me.
It has Giannis, Denny, Luka, Shea, Jokic, Murray, Şengün.
Oh, so there's Victor. Okay, yeah.
Victor and Cat.
He was voted a starter when the first thing.
Yeah,
when
1,
it
2,
came
3,
out.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, but there's 8 players.
Yeah, and they're getting rid of Giannis and Shea.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Anyways, we're off.
Dunk contest.
What is this dunk contest? I don't know. What is this dunk contest? You're absolutely right. Who do you got winning?
Jackson Hayes.
Get out of here.
What?
Go to bed, Jackson Hayes.
He's the best one.
This okay. Sorry, the question still remains, Jay. Worst dunk off ever?
Worst dunk off ever. Like a lot of these, I mean, 2003 when Fred Jones won it, like nobody knew who Fred Jones was. I mean, it was a bunch of guys that we had no idea about. I think John Wall
I don't care who's going to win it. I'm telling you, is anyone like? Would you pay money? Here's my question. Would you pay money to see these 4 guys?
No, I would not.
I'm so done with these guys, and the reason is we have professional dunkers in this world now. That's what they do for a living. Bring them in. Bring them in and let them do it. Bring them in and let them do it. Let them put on a show. Let them find out who's that dunker dude that you talk about all the time.
Jordan Killian.
Let them find out who Jordan Killian is. Let them find out who Mr. 720 is. You've never seen anyone do a 720 in a dunk off.
Never seen that before.
Do it.
Never seen it before.
So I'm just saying that I've spent more time on this than I'll watch of it. So I'm already done with it. All right. The next one is the skills challenge. I believe this
love
is
that
challenge.
Love the skills challenge.
So here's the lineups. I do want you to pick our winner on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Team All-Star. So Scotty Barnes, Chet, and then a legend. So Richard Hamilton. Rip. Then you got Team Knicks, Brunson, Cat, and Allen Houston. I think Allen Houston could probably still play a few minutes today. Team Cameron, Jalen Johnson, Con Knipple, and my guy Corey Maggette. I used to love
that's the Duke thing, Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Okay. And then Team Harper, Dylan Harper, Ron Harper Jr., Ron Harper Sr.
Family, the whole family.
Whole fam. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Harper Sr., by the way, someone tried to tell me Ron Harper Sr. Was the 4th All-NBA player on that Bulls dynasty. And I said
never made an All-NBA team.
He never made an All-Star team, let alone
never, not once.
But do you have a winner here?
Yes, I do. And if I'm looking at Scotty Barnes and Chet and Richard Hamilton, I think that the skill set with Scotty Barnes, I mean, I think it's going to get a little tricky when it comes to the handle and getting up the floor. I think the best skilled guys here are Team Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Cat, and Allen Houston. Plus, I'm an Allen Houston stan, so
hold on. You talked about Scotty Barnes ball handling and then said the best ball handlers are Team Knicks with Cat?
Yes. The big guy, Cat, Jalen
ball off his knee.
Jalen Brunson, and Allen Houston. Yes, sir. I'm going with those
3. That Cat dribbles the ball off his knee. And that's why the winner.
I think I'm going to take that bet, Tom. I'm going to take that bet.
Take that bet. Okay. At some point, he's going to bounce it off his knee or dribble it off his knee. I'm taking the team that's going to win because what I know about these challenges is the star guys. So that Team All-Star, they're a little like, we don't want to look bad. So they're going to be a little hesitant. Next, I've already told you you're going to lose because he's going to bounce it off dribble it off his knee.
We don't have to worry about shooting because Allen Houston is the best shooter of all.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. Yeah. I think Team Harper, one, is a family affair. They're going to take this really seriously. They're going to be the most competitive bunch of the 4, and I think that's why they're going to. They're out there on the backyard right now practicing.
Right now, while we talking.
Right now, I tapped into their ring camera. And they're absolutely practicing right now. So I'm going with Team Harper because it makes sense. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to pick the easiest one. Mile High, yes, we did talk about the Super Bowl already. We're actually even over on time. I don't know. Do we have time to take some questions from TikTok, or do we want to jump in?
We do. Yes, we do. I don't have any, unfortunately. I do have one question, Tone. Yes, I do. And the one question that I do have is with the fisticuffs that we had yesterday.
Yes.
Does Jalen Duren play in the All-Star game?
Ooh. Can he? Well, if he's I would say yeah. I would let him play, but I think you shaking your head is probably the NBA. You and the NBA are a bunch of old fuddy duddies. I'm cool with it. I'd let him play. I'd be like, go nuts. I'm good with him playing. I have a couple of questions, but I got to scroll back to find them. We did have one Detroit, so we'll stay on Detroit from our friend Ori from Hoop Social. Detroit, true contenders or just great regular season team?
I think they're legit contenders because, I mean, their brand of basketball is conducive to winning. I think they win a playoff series. I'm not sure that they get to the NBA championship, though. That's the thing that I'm not sure about because I got to see Cade do it when we go in deep into the playoffs. When we get deep into the playoffs and you're going up against better teams, I think it's going to be a lot tougher than it is in round one.
You just made the list.
Book it right now. Pistons, NBA final. What kind of contract will LeBron get next year, as I say, as part of the Cavaliers? $50 million for his final year sounds ludicrous.
No, he's not going to get that much, but he ain't playing for no little bit of money neither. So don't think that you're getting him on a league minimum. I'm not coming back to Cleveland for $2 million. Are you crazy? I'm the show. No, I'm the show. Absolutely.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. Is there anything that LeBron has done in his career that he didn't copy from Jordan? From the number 23 to the Choctaws to Space Jam. So what more fitting way for him to copy his hero, his idol, Jordan,
and play for free, Tone? Are you kidding?
And donate all the money. Donate all the money to the ICE agents of Cleveland. Oh, I mean, sorry, not the ICE agents. To his schools, maybe in Cleveland.
No,
take the league minimum and donate it all. He's a billionaire.
Nope.
Why?
Because there's principles here, and I did what I said I was going to do, and I delivered a championship. Now you want me to come back here and play for free? No, I'm not.
No, I don't want to. You're offering it.
No, I'm not. So
the amount of gifts that he will get, rocking chairs, Rolex watches, Rolls Royces, Cadillacs, boats from team to team to team. I think he's good because he doesn't want to hurt the team. I think he just imagine this: James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, Evan Mobley hoisting the Larry O'Brien in LeBron's final game in Cleveland, Game 6, because they didn't have home court advantage. Game 6, NBA champion. He donated his entire salary for you, Cleveland, and brought you one final NBA championship as he rides off into the sunset. You couldn't write a better script.
I don't know if that's going to be the case.
Cleveland, this one's for you. I shouldn't have even been here.
Oh, my God.
You're beautiful.
Well, that's all the time we got, ladies and gentlemen. I got nothing else for that right there.
It's beautiful.
I got nothing else for that. So I wish I could tell you I had something else for that. I got nothing else for that. No, I don't.
Right, well, then I need, before you say goodbye and tell everybody to drink water and call their mothers, I do have one more. I have a poll question that you can answer yourself. First, we should probably say goodbye to TikTok.
Yeah,
so let's do that.
TikTok.
Appreciate you. Love you.
Go ahead, find us. Absolutely. You know where to find us. Put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. When's the last time you talked to your mother? Call your mother. We'll talk to you guys soon. But until then, take it light, but take it. Absolutely, man. It was good to see you guys tonight. This was dope.
Peace out. Peace out. So, I want you to pick for Fluent and Chill. I've been playing around with AI. So here are two. I'm even going to take these headphones off so Fluent Jr. can hear. Two outros. And I'm going to have a new one every week. But here's option one.
That's going to do it for us today, y'all. Another week, another stack of hot hoops takes.
If you laugh, learn, or just vibe with us, hit that follow. We drop new episodes every Tuesday at 8:30.
Thanks for watching Fluent and Chill, the best NBA podcast out there. Stay smooth, everybody.
I don't hate it. I like it. I'm a fan of the Muppets. I like the Muppets.
Thanks for watching Fluent and Chill every week, Tuesday at 8. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Option 1.
Fluent Jr. says option 1. Or keep working on it, I guess could be option 3.
Option 3 is
option 3.
We'll see. We'll see what else we can come up with.
All right, so I will put option 1 in for today.
Mhm.
That is for Fluent Junior. You got option 1, sir.
Good. You just put you did that in 10 seconds.
I know I did it in 10 seconds. Leave me
stop.
alone. I'm getting good at AI. It's actually a little bit. It's a little bit scary.
That wasn't good though.
I was hesitant to even play it, and I'm like, you know what?
Oh my goodness. Yo.
I had to.
That's bad.
Listen, for everybody that's watching still, and that didn't scare them off. I'm sorry, we didn't have time to kind of call you guys up and open it up to you guys, but don't forget tomorrow at 8:30 we have Fluent versus Chill versus everybody, the best debate show I've ever seen. And you can, and we'll bring you up tomorrow. We'll bring you up tomorrow, guarantee that.
Come get some. Absolutely.
What if she was wearing a different top? Would that be? I said put her in a business suit. I said put her in a professional business suit, and because it's AI and I wasn't clear about anything else, they literally just put her.
You didn't say put a blouse on. You ain't say put a top on. You said put a suit on. That's it.
So when you're doing AI, you got to be very, very specific.
Oh my goodness. That's nuts. That is nuts.
Oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was good to see you guys tonight. Y'all know what time it is when y'all see us. Me and my man Tony Tone. That is Fluent right over here. Chill, that's me. We do this every Tuesday and Wednesday right here on the Chilltown Hoops and Sports Fluent Network. We will see you guys soon. Until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey man, call your mother. When last time you talked to your mother? Call your mother. We'll talk to you guys soon, man. But until then, take it light. But take it. Tone, you got to be more specific with the AI because they just give us give our jacket. That's it.
Wait for next week. I'm gonna say no jacket.
We already know what's going to happen then. And this is PG.
That's gonna do it for us today, y'all. Another week, another stack of hot hoops takes.
If you laugh, learn, or just vibe with us, hit that follow. We drop new episodes every Tuesday at 8:30.
Thanks for watching Fluent and Chill, the best NBA podcast out there. Stay smooth, everybody.